So back out with RB and a quick ride test on this. If you don't know what this is a Suzuki Intruder. It's 1800cc's. It's a monster of a bike. And this has come in for a service and a set of tyres. Tyre on the back of this is a 240. It is a huge tyre. And obviously got it on the ramp, 8 straps to hold this baby down. It is a monster of a bike. And to say my legs are splayed like I'm about to have a gynecological exam is an understatement. This bike is immensely huge, hence why I'm taking a little bit of time on this fresh rubber and just letting it scrub itself in very slow. But I hate to think what the power delivery is on this, and I'm not going to try and find out either. It's going to take me time, fresh set of rubber, just running it in nice and slow. And God, it's attracting attention, this thing. Everybody is like, what the hell is that? This is the Goliath of cruiser bikes. Now obviously there's some big Harleys that are out that are just as wide as these, but this thing is immense. It's got crash bars, it's got an extra set of pegs down there so you can put your feet up. But the rumble of that engine, absolutely beautiful. Now obviously this is in K's on the clock. I'm taking it easy for the speed camera. 42k, 30 mile an hour. Taking my time on this. It's only done 27,000 kilometres as well. Do like the idea of that rev gauge up the front. So you just see how many RPM you got on the bike. Nice big speedo right in the centre of the tank at the front. But this is a chugger. And it's been a while since I've ridden a big one like this. Reminds me of the old Rocket Frees. But obviously the Rocket Free, you could get your legs up onto that nice and tight on the tank, but scrubbing them tyres and getting it a little bit low over. Let's just see what the power delivery is on this. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is an immense amount of torque coming off the back of that. And I'm sitting at 45-50 mile an hour, which is what I always do on my ride test. But Jesus Christ, the torque delivery off of that shaft drive makes you wonder why the old Intruders were so popular. I'm grinning from ear to ear. And for all you people that are like, RB will never ever buy a cruiser, I like this. It's wide, it's massive, but it's nice. It's not a bad bike. And the braking on it, and it's got 4 Potsakikos on the front of this. I'm going to go round the roundabout and back down the dual carriageway one more time. Yes, take your time, thank you. Oh, it's totally different riding style, getting used to riding a cruiser. You can't kick it into the corners like you do with a sports bike. Take it nice and easy, scrubbing the tyres in. Get a little bit of weave on it in a minute when I get the traffic out of the way. Just to obviously get a bit of... that's better. And I would have thought it would handled like an old boat, but it doesn't. It's very manoeuvrable. But you've got to shift your body weight around. And it's one of them cruiser things, I suppose, when you're used to flicking sports bikes around, but getting out on a cruiser and you take a bit of the flick of the wrist to just put a bit of torque on the back end, and you're away. You could have so much fun with this on a dual carriageway. So that's the ride test completed. I'm happy with that. And you get used to putting a bit of power on, I suppose, coming into the corners or coming out of the corners, exiting. But what a sweet bike. The only thing I don't like is obviously my legs are splayed, but I suppose that's a cruiser thing. So, hooking it back to the garage, ride test completed. Yeah, if you put the power on coming out of the corner, you can steer this thing. So it's a cruiser thing, you get used to it. I suppose if you had one of these, a couple of days in, you'd be fine riding it, but God, this is fun. All I can feel is the vibration of that engine underneath, and it's like, good God. Can you tell I'm still grinning? So that was ride test for the customer, 2 new tyres, he's had a service, bike rides absolutely fine. And from the off, let's just, yeah, it launches. But what a beautiful thing this is, a work of art. And for all those, yes, I'm getting used to the way that you're upright, feet forward, rising a cruiser. It's a total different riding style. Yes, I still love my ZZR, but getting out of something like this, and I don't get to ride a very big bike very often, but it is actually enjoyable once you get used to it. And you could probably sit on this for hundreds of miles without getting backache, knee ache, wrist ache like you do with sports bikes. But ride test over. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. Until the next time, guys, be well, ride safe, and it's a big goodbye with a grin from me.